Alright, so let's go ahead and make a enum in here actually. So we're gonna just go ahead and create an enums folder. And in this enum folder, I'm gonna have ability to select the course status. But before we do that, we also want to make a migration to add the course status to the migration.
Okay.
So we want to add this to the courses table. And in the courses table migration, we want to just go in here. Perfect. And let's go in here and create an enum. And inside this enum, we want to just have this as a status. So the way we're going to do that is actually just go ahead and create the courses status now. So if we head into the courses status in here, let's just create the PHP file.
Okay.
So I'm going to say app/enums, and I'm going to make this an enum called course status. It's going to be string. And here we just want to have a case of draft, publish, archived, and pending. So we want to create a function in here called values. And let's make this a static function. Make it an array.
Okay.
In here, I want to return an array, and I want to map a case. So we want to say case value. Then we just want to have the option in here to say course status cases. And then we just want to create a public function in here where we say public static function again, which is called options. And again, we want to return an array. And then here, I just want to return a collection of, and we can also actually use the self one here, I think. Collection of cases. We're going to map this with keys. And then here we want to have a shorthand function for case. And then we want to pass this in here with case value is set to UC first. And we're going to have this as str to lower. And then we're going to have case name. And we're going to get all at the very end. So basically, these are the functions you should be ending up with. Just like this. And with that sorted, let's head into migration now and see if we can get this to work. So inside our migration, let's make sure we add in here, we're going to have course status.
No.
And we're going to have values. I'm going to import this class, and in here we also want to make sure that we set the default.
Okay.
After this, we want to set the default to be course status draft. So let's see if we can migrate this first. And that works fine, which is great. So with that sorted, let's also make sure we can drop this column. and let's set into the course resource.
Machine.
And in here, we want to create the option to use the select field, which you're going to call status. And then here, we're going to pass through the options of course status options. So we can basically pull all of this through, and let's see if that works fine. So you can see we have all these selected options in here. To make it look a little bit nicer with this field, let's make it searchable. And then in here, let's have a select column, call status, make it searchable, pass through the options where we have core status options. And let's just go ahead and see if we can pass this as a draft. Perfect. And now you can see we can just go ahead and change them in here, and we have the option to select the status of it. So archived, draft, pending, publish. It depends on what you want to do. We're definitely going to be working on a pending one where we'll just show coming soon. We're going to have one where it's published, and we're going to hide it when it's draft. Archived will be the same as draft really, but you could say that to distinguish between something that's in progress and something that's basically being deleted, but we still want to keep the record of it, that's where you would put it as archived. So that's all for this video. Thank you very much for watching it,